What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Her name was Gabrielle. It was the early 60s, and she was not your typical 60s girl. She was a proto-hippie. It was just before the hippie era. I was a student at Phoenix College. I had heard about this professor in the philosophy department who was a legend on campus. Then I signed up for the professor's class, and the first day that I went to class, she was there. The more I talked with her, the more I was attracted to her. It turned out that she was the daughter of the philosophy professor. We always thought we'd marry each other. Life decided otherwise. She was my first love. I was her first love. And so we imprinted on each other, and I guess we will stay imprinted on each other until the day we die.
What's your name?
Eric Daven.
Eric Hunter. Nice to meet you. What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Oh my God, Johnny. I'd seen him at a dance. He'd come over and ask me to dance. I went, okay, right up my alley, you know. Oh, he was cute. Just so cute and so smooth. I was a teenager, and he did ask me to marry him. I kept thinking his mother doesn't speak English. She was Italian. We went together for 3 before we got married.
How long were you guys married?
64 years. We used to dance. I don't know what they have out there for the kids today. We danced every night. He was just different.
What's your name?
Margie.
Margie Hunter. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
You fall in love at different points in your life. When you're 5, you think you're going to marry the kid down the street. Then when you're, 12, see somebody, again, usually somebody in the neighborhood you go to school with, and you think they're the one. So it's really hard to say first love.
What if I asked you who was your greatest love?
I've known different people through my life, but I can't say that there was ever anybody that made me say, I will pledge to like you for the rest of your life, and mine too. I've always been happy with myself.
What's your name?
Mary.
Mary Hunter. Nice to meet you.
I look alright.
You look good. What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Her name was Holly. I asked her to go with me, and she thought about it. She said, okay. I was thrilled. I couldn't believe it. We went and sat on the back stairs of the steps going down in the basement where nobody was around. She says, now don't try to French kiss me. I didn't have a clue. What do French do? How do they kiss? What's different? And all of a sudden we kissed, and what do you think she did? Stuck her tongue in my mouth. I'm like, ooh. Yeah! I remember leaning back and looking down at Holly and just had a sense of this is what it was meant to be in its most beautiful form. My father was a drunk and he was a child abuser. So to find love that had been removed from me by my father, all the heartache and all the abuse and all the sadness, all that stuff just fell off a cliff when I was with Holly. And even now I'm starting to feel that lightness that I told you about. It's starting to come back.
What's your name?
My name is Clifford.
Hunter. Nice to meet you.
Hunter, it's my pleasure.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Oh my God. The name of my first love was Eunice. I was 18 years old. She was a lot of fun. Just a nice person, a very nice person. And just because we always had a good time together, very compatible. She was just a lot of fun.
Does it bring back fond memories to think of her?
Yeah, it does. I do. I remember her well.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Alan.
Alan. Hunter. Nice to meet you. What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
My kids.
I love my kids to death. I truly do. They're the only family I really have. We would go to the Bolt Castle in the middle of the St. Lawrence River. I would take them to Lake Placid every year, go camping, rent a cabin. I taught them a lot of stuff. I taught them how to fish. There's a lot of stuff I taught my kids. And that was me being a dad. I told them I was gay and they supported me. They could have cared less. They still don't care. I'm their dad. They don't care.
What's your name?
Tim.
Tim Hunter. Nice to meet you. What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Oh, yikes. How about I don't think I have? Because I just don't feel like I have been in that space yet.
Thank you for the honesty. What's your name?
I'm Amy.
Amy Hunter.
Nice to meet you.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Terry. I saw him before we had actually formally met and thought that he was a dream. We actually had dinner together, and then we went to, I'm dating myself here, we went to a mall and went to the video game arcade there. 6 months later I moved in, so I said, this is a real thing.
How long have you two been together?
35 years. We have patience with each other, and we communicate with each other.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian Hunter. What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
His name is Len. I wasn't too that impressed with him when I first met him. We were out with a bunch of friends and we were just dancing, and I just snuggled up to him and kissed him real hard on the neck. I don't know what possessed me. I never had any forethought on that. There's no forethought. I did see him the next morning because we worked together. I said, you know, Len, I apologize for what I have done, but I am not sorry. He came over and gave me a big hug, and that was it. We've been married 32 years. There was nothing like this one. He can read me. He can read me like I can't even read myself. We've been through a lot together.
What's your name?
My name is Judy.
Judy Hunter. What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Oh, goodness. My first love's name was Vera. I fell in love with her, I think, because of her eyes and her interest in me. And she had a wonderful sense of humor. And we enjoyed doing things together. And I just knew I wanted to be around her. There was just such a warmth about her. We just seemed to be able to listen and hear one another.
What's your name?
Mary.
Mary Hunter. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Larry. He was in the grocery store. I kept thinking talk about dogs. So I said, oh, you got dog food. Okay. I said, what kind of dogs you got? I kept talking. He says, when's your lunch hour? I'll be here to pick you up. That was in February, I think it was. We got married in November.
And how did you know he was the one?
You'll meet somebody, and when you know it, you'll know it. I can't explain the feeling. I just knew. Let's put it this way. There's an old saying, when a man treats his mother nice, but then he'll treat his wife nice.
Thank you. What's your name?
D.
D. Hunter.
Hi. Hunter. Oh, okay. I got a grandson named Henry.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
I've had many loves. I can't remember the first one, though. Where do you hit 69? You're not going to remember.
What's your name?
Angela.
Angela Hunter. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, hon.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
That goes so far back. My mother deported him. His first name was Anthony or Tony. He was from England. When he wrote to me, she just took all the mail. So I was writing away and thinking that he wasn't writing. So that was my first heartbreak. Why did I fall in love with him? Because I was too young to know any better.
Was he charming?
Oh, of course. Anytime you've got an accent, then someone's just a little out of the mainstream. You're, charmed by it.
What's your name?
Helena.
Helena Hunter.
Hunter.
Nice to meet you.
What a wonderful name.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Oh, that's difficult. Her name was Sarah. She was smart and funny and, pretty. I was attracted to her, of course. I'd have to lie if I didn't say a part of the appeal was that I felt unloved and she loved me.
That's beautiful. I really like that.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Oh, Spaz.
Spaz Hunter.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you, Hunter.
What was the name of your first love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Lester. I met him in front of my house. He was with my cousin, and he had a Hawaiian shirt on, so that cracked me up anyway. Who wears a Hawaiian shirt? He's like 25 years old. Why do you have a Hawaiian shirt? We just talked and everything. We've been together ever since. He always puts me first. He goes out of his way to make sure I'm happy, pick certain foods. If I like it, like at a restaurant, he'll learn how to make it for me. He goes above and beyond. Even little things, like he'll go to Walmart and see a cup he thinks I would like, and they don't bring it up. I'm like, I got that same cup. Like, I already have this cup. We just have fun together. Communication is the key. Always let that other person know how you feel.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
You're welcome, Tisha.
Tisha.